Hello, Aries. How are you? Happy New Year. This is our first official reading of 2024. Hope everyone had a great holiday season, is ready to tackle this year. This week we have, so Mercury is now direct, and he is going to be sitting on the whistleblower degree on the galactic center at 2627 Sagittarius. So listen to the messages that you get this week. There should be information flying out, potentially correcting or at least adding another dimension to something you have already heard because it retrograded over that degree. So there may be a correction in information. We also have a new moon in Capricorn. This is our solar 10th house. So that has to do with your work, your career, how the world, identifies you as a title, our recognitions, our awards. And this will be the last new moon there with Pluto in Capricorn. So could be some interesting shifts, especially with, as we've already said, the new the North Node in Aries. Now, that said, let's go ahead and get started with the reading. So for the energy of the week of January 7th, what is the overall energy for the Aries watching this video the week of, oh dear, lots of stuff. I'm just going to take this one. I will tell you what the other ones came out was. So Aphrodite, romantic love. Then we have an Artemis about focus. But the one that flipped over is mastery. Now, there is no better keyword for Capricorn than mastery. This is a 9. So it talks about things coming to a conclusion, right? Reaching that final level, that final stage, because at the end of a 9, we move into a new cycle. Let's read what she has to share with us today. Okay, so it says, mastery is a genuine sense of effortless knowledge after a period of dedicated immersion. And remember, I said the Mercury will go over the whistleblower degree, the galactic center, information flying out. So you may have been meditating on something, thinking about something, processing something internally, sensorially, emotionally. You will get some communication, clarification, solidification of that information where like it either comes to a head, you come to a conclusion, you make a decision, you realize what the next step has to be. Okay, the Hindu goddess Saraswati asks you to enter her domain of art, language, knowledge, music, and poetry, and make this commitment to go the distance. So if you've been thinking about writing a song, writing a book, taking a class, learning a language, going back to school, picking up a guitar, I know this is the time of the New Year's resolutions. This is your confirmation to dedicate energy to doing that. Immerse yourself, body, mind, and spirit in discovering all aspects of what is at hand. Learn and then learn more. Right now, if you adopt the role of apprentice and are willing to devote your heart and mind to something, you will become a true master. Deep wisdom knows only continuous learning. No matter what question you've come to explore, the goddess Saraswati reminds you that the pursuit of mastery is never ending. So enjoy every minute of it. In Italian, they have a saying that says the examinations never end, which means that if you think you can get to a point of like, no, I already know everything I need to know about that, this is also confirmation that you can never know enough. Which I have Mars and Gemini, so I am one of those, I can never know enough people. And that's why there was all that information flying out. You may get 3 messages. You may get a message 3 times. I'm just going to pull this up. This was the Artemis Focus 4. Also talking about, the 4 is the Emperor in the traditional tarot. We have the 4 here again repeated. So just a conversation or a comment on whatever your question was, moving towards a focused answer and learning more about that, right? So if you're like, if you've been feeling like, I wonder if I should do this thing, dig deep. Okay, let's do the challenge for the week, please, of January 7th. Challenge for the Aries watching this video for the week of January 7th, 2024. All right. Okay. Existence. This is the Fool card. So challenges can be new beginnings. We talked this, the 9. After the 9 comes the 10, the 1. And this talks about being able to take a step back to see. Okay. So what this is telling me here is that the universe has a message for you. And I actually just did a video for the members talking about exactly this. The universe has a message for you. It may not come in ways that you feel is obvious, but it will do something potentially 3 times, because we got those 3 cards coming out, to get your attention. So pay attention to the signals that are around you. Can be as basic as a falling star. When you see something that grabs your attention, take notice and pull into your inner self. Like, what is this? What question is this answering for me, right? But it's definitely shining a light, bringing some information to you. You just have to be in a position to be able to see it. So keep in mind that there is information flowing to you this week. So be prepared to see messages in non-traditional fashion. Because this is all about sitting still and observing, being the observer. So you have to be sometimes we can get so busy that we actually miss the signs. This is a week to not miss the signs. That was terrible. So you want to make sure that you're on the lookout for information that's going to come in about a potential new beginning in your 10th house or wherever you have the Capricorn house. All right, let's get the lesson for Aries. Okay. Ancestor Spirit, the white eagle. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Now, you may be called to break generational trauma. There's sometimes alcoholism passes from generation to generation. You may be someone who is charged with interrupting a generational wound, and you may get some information about that. Or you may also get some information about what your role is, like what you're trying to heal in yourself or in others. Remember, Chiron in Aries right now. At, I believe, I don't remember the degree. I think it's like around 18 or something. Get some information about a healing that needs to happen, either in your life or a healing that you need to participate in on a larger scale, right? So either fixing something within the family, healing something within the family of origin, ancestral line, or your role of stepping into the role of the healer. I have had insane, dizzy spells for the last couple of weeks, which I haven't had before. Has anyone else had that? I saw on TikTok that there were a bunch of people saying about it, that maybe that was a symptom of whatever virus is going around right now. I actually had a crazy incident that scared the hell out of me in Granada. Oh, interesting. Here's the 4 showing up here. The 4 and the Ace of Consciousness, right? Talking about keep yourself open, because this 4 is the miser. Remember, the 4 is also mastery, which we talked about here again. Don't close yourself off to information that's coming in. Stay open. And her hands, you see, are wide open there. They're in the form of a lotus, so they're ready to receive. And it kind of echoes, oh, look, lotus, lotus, lotus. All of those, like the feather crown shape, hands open like that, remaining open to information coming in. Let's get 3 cards for the week, please. Week of January 7th, 2023. Okay, what do we have? Take the first one. All right, so is that the 8? Yeah, 8 of Pentacles, all about working. Ooh, another 8, strength. So, yeah, no, 8. Oh, what did I say about the 3? Right? And I also mentioned this in the members reading. 3s. When you see something 3 times, it's not a mistake. So, who is it? It comes to Jesus like 3 times in the desert, right? So 3 messages, right? About potentially your work, about how you can level up, heal, lion, famous as the healer, Lion, Witch in the Wardrobe, representative of Jesus Christ figure, and 8 of Swords. But to me, this 8 of Swords is like you've been in your head about it. It's really more about giving you the confirmation that the information that you're going to be looking for, that is going to help you onto your next path, is going to come to you 3 times in 3 different ways, right? One that may be like way more obvious and 2 more subtle ones. One that may come to you in your sleep while you're working. And one that may come as an intuition or like having to do with animals or something. But the 3 8s here are, like I said, there's some sort of message that's going to be coming to you in 3 different ways. Pay attention. Stay open to the info that comes in this week. Love that. I love it when this shit happens. I had, as I was saying, I did a reading for the members telling about this situation I had on my vacation, which was crazy, where 3 crazy things happened in a row. So, looks like it wasn't just me. All right, let's get final words of advice for the Aries watching this video. If it's an 8, I'll die. Okay, no, it's a 10. Number 1, Angel Isda and Carnelian, nourishment. Let's see what this says. One other thing I wanted to mention is that things that you need that you may not be aware that you need may come from other people. Like my daughter for Christmas bought me a crystal. She was like, oh, I heard you say you needed this crystal. And I was like, I've literally never even heard of this. I didn't know it existed. So somebody told, like, you got the message to give it to me. And I have to say it definitely served as a protectorate for during our vacation. But it can come to you. So like, somebody gives you a gift or brings you a message or says something to you, don't discount it, because it may come in multiple forms. Assume that what's being put in your path right now, or what's being offered to you, or what's being told to you is divinely inspired, okay? Now, this nourishment here says, we bring you the gift of nourishment. You are ready to grow, and to do this, you need food for your body, your mind, and your soul. We want you to feel fed with what brings you life, with what helps you feel good, with what heals you, increases your energy and your power. We know what you need and what can assist you to grow in mind, body, and spirit. We know that life can be a banquet for the soul. There are many choices as to what you can feed yourself, and sometimes you may be confused about what's good for you and what's not. Let go of any doubt or shame, guilt or fear about being nourished now as we guide you towards what will truly feed your life force and bring you happiness. Oh, I love that. I'm actually going to read this a little more. So it does talk about food, right? Here, and I'll continue to read this. But remember that nourishment is not only food. It is people, it is energy, it is, garbage in, garbage out. So this is about the people you spend time with, how you spend your time, right? Scrolling on TikTok for 9 hours a day is not conducive to new beginnings and careers, things like that, right? So think about what you're putting in your system, and that means energetic, emotional, physical. So it says choice is part of your spiritual freedom. You have the choice to feed yourself, body, mind, and soul with a variety of foods, from physical food to provide fuel for your body, to the food for thought you give to your mind. You choose how to nourish yourself on a daily basis. Sometimes brain moving faster than the mouth can. Sometimes there might not seem to be much of a choice, as mass media, it's funny I mentioned TikTok, delivers a daily stream of imagery and ideas, most of which are based in fear and generate more of the same. However, being offered food and choosing to partake of it is something quite different. When food for the mind or the body is offered to you and you know in your heart it is not going to help you, you have a choice. The choice might result in you taking in the meal or the idea because you don't want to offend the people you're with at the time. Then you're going to need to clear any debilitating effect of that meal from your system, right? So I'll just do this because that will make that person happy, but it's not going to be good for me, right? It's not advised to make those choices. It's a time to choose what's healthy for you. Okay. Let me just keep going. And it said, and also to not feel guilty about saying no, right? That's also what's in this, that if somebody offers you something that you don't want, or that is not right for you, you don't have to take it. And that's okay, so remember I said people were going to be bringing you things or giving you things or offering you things. And it's up to you also to stay in your centered observation phase. Is this thing that's being given to me, this information, this gift, this food, this meal, this offer, something that's going to be healthy for me, or something that is not healthy for me? Okay, so if you've been asking for help to heal your health, this oracle says not to give up. Keep looking for answers and trust your intuition as you're guided from within to the information you need. So basically just care for... Okay, here's what it says. So explore your options, take the journey. The universe is helping you, and you shall get your answers no matter how much or how long you've struggled in the past. So it talks about getting the information is coming to you. Now there is a funny little astral aspect tomorrow, which is a square to Neptune, which can be deception, or things that are not clear. So it's entirely possible that you'll get multiple messages this week, and some may be contradicting. And some may be good for you and others may not be good for you. How to be discerning? Look for the 3, right? Ask yourself, is this good does this feel good to me? Does this feel like a healthy solution? Or does this feel like something I'm trying to move away from, or something that that is inevitably going to make me sick? Or if you do take something and it makes you sick, take note of it so you don't do it in the future. But to stay open to some sort of clarity about what comes next, right? That you may have been asking for quite some time, 8, 9 months, 8, 9 years, even, about how to take care of yourself, but also about how to take care of others, right? Especially for those of you who are moving into healer roles, learning. A classic thing in people who are healers is they get so excited about like doing this work, that they burn themselves out. That's when they realize that there has to be boundaries, that you can only help so much, that you have to put on your oxygen mask before you can help with other people's, right? And so that it is possible. I once had a friend who was doing so badly that I was doing like white light meditations for the person, and then I ended up getting really sick. So if you are new into healing role, like exercising your role as a healer towards others, do remember that self-care and self-protection and boundaries and caring for your own energy and making sure you are a full vessel before you give to others is absolutely fundamental. Otherwise you can end up, wanting to help, but not being able to. Okay. Hope this was helpful. Look forward to another year together with you guys. It's been such a fun adventure these past few years. So I'm excited to see what 2024 brings for us, Aries. And I am optimistic that we will finally have a year we can celebrate. Yay. Okay. Hope you, wishing you all the best. See you next week. Take care.